here's the deal. What's going to be the thing that we have to all do to help be a part of the solution? We have to learn to love ourselves. And that may sound simple, but I can promise you, every single human that has lashed out at me, every single person and throughout my entire life that has bullied me, beat me up, shamed me, publicly humiliated me, every one of them did not love themselves. Every one of them. And I knew it, and I saw it, and I felt it. And so how do we shift that? We have to do our work. We have to learn to love ourselves. And if you think that what I'm saying sounds crazy, go and explore, do some inner soul searching and go meditate and really tune in and ask yourself, do I really love myself? Like, do I really feel self-love? Do I actually take care of myself? Or do I put myself last? Do I actually know how to say no to others when they ask too much of me? Or do I just keep saying yes because I need to do whatever I need to do to be enough for them? Do I worry so much that people will accept me that I become silent and I lose my voice and I just kind of blend in the background and I feel like my soul just kind of is lost? This is what we have to shift. If we're not having the power to actually love ourselves, to own our voice, to own our power, to step in, even when others won't really accept it from us and they don't really like it. Like Jackie Robinson, he knew who he was. He knew that he was a powerful being. He knew he was worthy of love and respect, and he gave it. But he also understood that he was entering in at a time on the planet where him entering in that form was going to cause some fucking shit. And so just him showing up in a black body, which is so fucking ridiculous. I'm a little frustrated today because I feel we humans, we need to wake the hell up and realize that if we stop looking at each other by our color and our shape of our bodies, we could get a lot of shit done. We could actually unite and do amazing things together. But what gets us in trouble is our goddamn humanness, that ego energy of, I've got to compete and compare with this person, or, oh, they're black, they're not worthy because I've been told I'm superior and they're inferior. That makes me feel bigger than them, so I'm going to try to shame them. The same thing's happening in this healing community. There are people in Portland in the community that really believe they are like the hierarchy priestesses of the world and that they are above everyone else. And anyone who doesn't bow to their misaligned order gets shamed, gets ostracized, and gets isolated and condemned just for not taking their shit. It's ridiculous. And in my case, it's because I chose to come in a white body as a woman, blonde hair, blue eyes, and got a goddamn powerful spirit. And that is all it took to piss people off. But this is the thing, guys. If I showed up like that, just like Jackie Robinson showed up like he did, it's probably because there's some things that need to be shifted. And it's probably because we need to start honoring each other, not because just what we look like, but really give each other honor and respect because we're souls and we're here to unite and connect with each other. And so I really want to kind of drive that in to see what's going on in each of you. And if you resonate with this, please write me on the little chat. Go ahead and chat in live. If you want to call me, if you got opinions, if you got something to say, if you feel like, yeah, I can relate, Tanya, I've been treated like that, or, you know, I think you're full of shit, Tanya, bring it. I'm open to the discussion. But I feel like at the essence of this, I definitely have compassion for all humans, and I get where different ones are coming from. I get when a human is jealous of me and envious of me, competitive with me, competes with me, compares to me. Oh, how does she connect with angels and I can't seem to do it? Oh, she must be doing black magic. What the shit? Like, it's ridiculous. But if you had the compassion to come near and ask questions and tune in and listen and connect energetically with a soul that is very awake and aware and connected, you could learn a lot of stuff. You could totally go into higher consciousness realms very easily just by entering that space with love and honor. And how are we going to do that? We got to learn to love ourselves. How can a mother that beats her child ever have a happy life if she doesn't learn how to love herself? How can a husband who cheats on his wife ever have a happy life and feel satisfied until he learns to love himself? How can humans that work in the workforce that are trying to take out their coworkers because they see them as competition, how can they ever feel satisfied? It doesn't matter how high you get on that corporate ladder, you're going to get up there and you look back and see all the bodies that you swept under you to get there. Are you going to feel satisfied? I promise you, you will not. I don't care what path you're taking. If you're a spiritual healer and your intention is, I'm going to be the most powerful priestess on the planet, and I will just kick and scream and scratch and scrape and, shame whoever to get there, I promise you, you will not be satisfied when you reach your destination. I promise you. Mark my words on that. How are you going to be satisfied? How are any of us going to be satisfied? By learning how to love ourselves. And that is what it's all about, my friends. It is about loving ourselves. It is about connecting with our source, with whatever you want to call that. You want to call it God, angels, Awa, Earth Mother, the universe. I don't really care. Whatever you call it, do that. That's your thing. But connect with it. Connect consistently with it. And realize that you are divinity. You are here to express yourself. Why will I not bow to these people? I don't care if it gets to the point where one day every one of you on the planet hears that Tanya's darkness, so be it. Because I know myself, and I know I am not darkness, and I know my intention is love and light. But if that were to happen, and at the worst end of the day, I was taken down in every way, I don't care. I will go down, and I will go down with a fight. Because I am not here to submit to misalignment. I am not here to bow down to authority that is not in alignment. I am not here to kiss asses of people who do not show honor and respect or reverence. And I don't care how old you are, what tribe you're in, what culture you're in, what club you're in, what organization, how much money you have. I don't give a shit. If your tactics are shaming and humiliating and trying to hurt people and trying to slander their image, you are out of alignment, period. And you are a wounded one. And the only way you're going to heal that woundedness, the only way you're going to actually get your power back is not by trying to take it from me or anybody else on the planet, not by taking like Jackie Robinson out, by hitting him in the head with the ball. It's to get your own self-love back. And you're going to need to do a lot of soul work because in order to love yourself, you're going to have to unlearn all that bullshit you've been taught, that you're not good enough, that you're not worthy, and that you don't deserve it. And all of that stuff sounds pretty simple to just talk about, but it's a process. I promise you that. And there is work to be done. And all of you that are listening know this because if you have felt nudged to do some healing work or to go and get yourselves vulnerable and enter a healing circle or go to work with a healer that will help you kind of process and move past all these obstacles that keep you stuck. If you actually listen to that and you go towards it, you're going to heal and you're going to find alignment and you're going to find your power. But it's going to be work. It's not work in a hard way, but it's going to be a process and it's going to challenge everything you've been taught. And so, big picture, how do we heal all that? How do we become the best beings we could be? How do we become the embodiment of our divinity? We have to go through that process of that work. We have to stay to the path. We have to stay in alignment of love and self-love. We have to realize when I just say a hateful thing to somebody, I need to go pull inward, tune into self. What's going on in me? Why did I just lash out at Tanya? Like, why was I just hateful to her? Man, I'm actually kind of embarrassed, but I can't own that. I can't admit that I did something wrong. So, fuck her. She's an evil, dark person. I got to make sure everyone knows now. I get what you're doing, but it's not helping you. It's not saving you. And it's certainly not helping ignite love in the world. And my agenda, my mission is to be a part of that. And so I don't think I'm going to spend much time talking about this after today, but I felt it was important to address today because I can see so many realms this is happening in, from religion to moms clubs to freaking women playing bunco to men hanging out with each other at work, of the gossip chain of people. Oh, did you hear about so-and-so? Did you hear about what she did? Oh, yeah. That shit needs to stop. When you're doing that, if you're a person that is into gossip and you're into just talking shit about people and you don't go and ask questions, then you are a part of the cancer. You are a part of the fucking forest fire that is destroying the planet. Seriously, that's simple, and I will own that shit to my death. You need to realize that in order to shift that, you need to start showing up with honor. So here's the solution. I will give you a solution because I will never tell you something unless there's a solution. And there always is a solution. So let's say you're at work and there's some coworkers gossiping about somebody. And it sounds pretty convincing and they're friends. You like these friends. And so you pretty much think, wow, these are my friends. So if they're saying it, it must be true. And so here's what you could do. Just assume that what they're saying is true. And then you start warning people and gossiping with them and spread that fire. That's the misaligned way. And that's the way that's going to create destruction and not show honor. Here's another way that you could do it. The solution of alignment. Someone's gossiping, they're saying some stuff to you, and you're like, these are friends that I really like, but let me check in. Like, I don't really know this person, but I'm going to go and ask them some questions because I'd like to know if this is true rather than just assume. So you go to that person, hey, Tanya, can I ask you a question? Sure, what do you got? And you ask them the question, and then you shush and you listen to what they have to say. And I promise you, if most of you started to shift this and instead of assuming things and just getting into that, it's just such drama, the drama circle of igniting gossip and rumors. If you started to go right to the source of who they're about and you ask them questions, you would be amazed of what you will find out. Probably in any situation of gossip, because typically those that are spreading gossip are insecure humans that are trying to harm someone that probably challenged them. And so if we started to save time and go, you know what, let me go directly to the source and ask that person a question, we're going to become enlightened. And this is the path of light. The path of light seeks illumination. It seeks clarity. It seeks understanding. It seeks solution. The path of the shadow or the wounded ones, they love shadow. They love gossip, drama, assumption. They like to make things up and just go with it and just get caught in the fantasy world and just, if I heard it, it must be true. And then they're talking trash. They like drama. They like suffering. Why? Because they don't love themselves and they don't feel worthy of love themselves. So if they see, there's an opportunity to jump on the hate wagon, let's jump on. I'm all about the hate wagon because that feels really comfortable to me. But to go over there and actually ask that person direct questions, that takes courage. What I'm calling for today is for more humans to have fucking courage. More humans to step into their power, ask questions, challenge misaligned authority, own your damn voices, for God's sakes. Like, that is the biggest reason I'm here. And if I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. And so I'm going to say exactly what I need to say today. And you guys are going to either love me or maybe I'll get everybody unfriending me today. I don't give a shit. I feel like this is important. And the reason I feel this is happening in my life is because I'm observing this happen in so many people's lives. And we need to shift it. It's not going to go away. It's not going to just disappear. It's kind of like when there's a problem in our plumbing, we can just ignore it and it's just going to get worse and worse, and then the pipes are going to blow. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on our planet with this misalignment and this hatefulness and this low vibrational competitive competition, jealousy, comparison. It's the wounded ego. And there's so many people talking about ego these days, and some now are like trying to project that, ego is not even a good thing, we shouldn't even talk about it. When I use the word ego, the way I'm intending it, I have hiccups. The way I'm intending that is the wounded aspect of ourselves. So every one of us has an ego self. Me, as Tanya Love, in essence, is an ego of the divine infinite. So the divine infinite is like the ocean. Tanya Love is a drop of water from the ocean. So I, in essence, am an egoic energy of the divine. And that's the Tanya Love part. But if I'm in a wounded part of my ego and I'm operating in shadow, that's very different. So people that say, she's, spiritually in ego. No, I'm not. I know myself. I love myself and I own my power. And I'm here to encourage each of you to do that. And it may make some of you uncomfortable. I get that. I came here to challenge the shit out of you. So If that makes you uncomfortable, so be it. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to help you grow and evolve.